Good afternoon, everybody. I just wanted to come on here and say hi to everybody and let you know how things are going this way. I hope you all are doing well with this pandemic that we're dealing with, but it's all good. You know, we go through these trials and these little storms, but those of us who believe know that God's right there with us going through this storm. I'm not going to say much about this subject. There's enough garbage on Facebook with it, and I say my piece on there. So I'm not going to do it on this video. I just got on here to see how some of you are doing since you're staying home. How is your eating habits? Are they doing good? Are you eating a lot of junk food? I've got some confessions to make myself with the little things I have done since all this has happened. But I'm also proud that I haven't gained any weight and I have actually lost some more inches. So I'm happy about that because I've been really trying hard to stick with the way I've been eating. My husband's doing really well. He's got his blood sugar under control with no medicine. He's eating more meat-based than anything else, staying a lot away from these vegetables he's finding is not helping him that well either. So I am glad he's finally got on board there. The only thing we're troubling with right now is potato chips. That's one of the things he does like to eat, and when he's eating, of course, I want to dip into them too. So I'm going to try some homemade potato chips and see how that does, because one, they won't have all that bad oil in them or all the bad processing stuff. So that's going to be something I'm going to work on. Don't know how that's going to turn out, but we'll see. And maybe I'll let you know. Now, as far as how have I done on my weight, well, I've lost 2 pounds and 2 ounces so far since it was sometime at the end of March, all this started with me checking again on my stuff. And I also have lost 7 3/4 inches in my body. So I am so glad about that because I'm starting to lose more belly fat, hip fat, waist, not so much my back fat. I'm working on that. I've been exercising, of course. My husband's been exercising, which we feel a lot better since we have. He gets up in the morning and does his stretching. He does some Pilates muscle toning. He goes outside and he has this golf thing that everybody's doing now that you swing. And it's really good for you. I'm thinking about taking it up myself. Kind of help maybe that back fat that's still there. But he says, I just can't get rid of the belly. I said, well, it's the sugar. You know, we both have been, like I said, nibbling on the potato chips. Try not to do it too often. My big thing's been the white chocolate morsels because sometimes I want that. And when I started on them, it's very addictive because they have that sugar in them. Well, that sugar is where our belly, it goes right to our bellies. I mean, there's just all there is to it. The sugar in our food does. So I said, what can I do to, once I get rid of these morsels, which they're gone now, what can I do to kind of satisfy myself? So I made my own beef jerky. The other day we was at Food Lion and I wanted some bottom round. They didn't have any. They had top round London broil. It was very good, and that was what I made my jerky with. And a lot of you know I've been making jerky. I put it on Facebook that I'm making jerky. That's my go-to thing. So it's helping me because I put no sugar in it. Okay, but I do have my spices of onion powder, garlic powder. Well, my garlic powder isn't actually, I did some garlic powder, but I also done the dried garlic, which is okay, but I think the powder was a little bit better in what I just did recently. And I use Worcestershire sauce, which unfortunately does have sugar in it. Not much, but it's still sugar. And then I do coconut aminos. It's a sauce instead of soy sauce because I try to stay away from the soy sauce. Let's see, what else do I use? Oh, Spanish paprika. I had some of that, and I put that in there. And there for a while I was using balsamic vinaigrette. This time I just didn't use any vinegar at all mine because the recipe I had didn't have that in there. And I did put a little bit of hot sauce in mine that's sugar-free. So there is some things you can do to kind of help if you're a beef jerky person. I'm thinking about trying the hamburger beef jerky. I've heard a lot of people talk about that. I haven't done that yet. I have some friends who have and some relatives. So that's going to be something I'll venture into eventually. But I'm not sure I'm going to buy the machine yet. I may just do, like my one friend said, roll it out thin and then just cut it. And I might try that. So I am still pushing on with this meat diet, and I'm so glad I am, because I feel better. I'm getting stronger every day. I have noticed even being outside doing things, and I can carry the big water. It doesn't bother me. My husband's even been going out and doing some things, and even his demeanor's helped a little bit with this, eating like he should be eating and getting away from a lot of the vegetables. So he's seeing it, I believe, even, when you eat a lot of vegetables, sometimes you end up in the bathroom. I do. Especially with the nightshades, sometimes they mess with your stomach and your gut. And that's why a lot of people are sick. They got a gut issue. It's more of your gut issue that's making you sick in all, because your gut has to be healthy for your body to be healthy. And when your gut's not healthy, you're not healthy. So you've got to get the right foods in your body. Now, this meat diet that I do is not for everybody. We do meat, we do eggs, we do pork, bacon. You do fish if you want fish. Salmon's a good one. Tuna's a good one. If you like sardines, which I'm not a sardine person, just can't get myself there to eat the head of a fish yet. I don't know if I'll ever be able to eat sardines. So saying that, I just don't do them. I do salmon. I love salmon. Sometimes I don't do it a lot, but I do it occasionally. Now Carnivore and Bottles are back open in Sumter, and I'm so glad about that. So we'll be getting our meats from there again. So, it's just, the diet is not a hard diet. You can do roast. If you want vegetables, do vegetables. What can I tell you about that? If they don't affect your body, like the oxalates that's high, if they don't cause inflammation in your body, which I figure if you would even try to help yourself, go on meat for, say, a month. Do mostly meats, get away from a lot of the vegetables. See how your inflammation in your body does. Some people are finding it's great. They can bend over and pick up stuff. They can do this. Now, I will tell you this. I will say this. You do need to get electrolytes, because when you're taking out your carbohydrates, which a lot of your vegetables, your breads, get away from the breads, get away from sugar, get away from those carbs, because that's what's hurting you. Or go very low carb, and we're saying less than probably 50 to 30 a day. Some people can go, I do less than that a day. I'm just not a carb person anymore. I did get something I've never tried before. It's called beef tallow, and it's the beef fat, and I cooked my eggs in it this morning. It was really good with my eggs, and I thought, wow, I even like that better than butter, and I'm a butter and bacon grease person. But yeah, I had no problems with the beef tallow, and I thought, I'm going to try this tonight with fried potatoes. So yes, for our supper, I'm going to do some potatoes in some cold water, get rid of as much starch as I can. They are a high oxalate vegetable. I don't eat them much because of that, even though the potato chips aren't good. But I try to only eat a little bit of potato chips, like a handful, and get rid of them, because I try not to eat too much of that stuff, because they're full of all kinds of garbage, processed stuff that is not good for our body, and which is killing America today, and we don't even look at that. We look at everything else killing us, but we don't look at the food we eat. Just the way we are. So anyway, I just wanted to come on and tell you a little bit of that, and tell you where I'm at. But I get a keto chow, because I was talking to you about electrolytes. Now, you can get a bottle of it. This is a small tube that I use, and I drop about, I only do like maybe 5 to 7 drops of this in my drinks. And what this does, because, when you get rid of the carbs, you lose some of that sodium, potassium. This puts it all back in there. And throughout the day, every time I get a drink, I drop about 7 drops in it. Hasn't hurt me a bit, and even Dawn's been doing it. So it makes me feel he's seen a difference in himself doing this, so I'm glad. So the more he can do this, the better he is. And he let me cut his hair the other night, because he said, I need a haircut. He said, you got to do it. I'm like, okay. So I did, and I did a pretty good job. I'm not much of a bad hair cutter, but on myself, I don't do as well. I do have this thing I use from Walmart that holds my hair while I cut it. So I've been doing that, and I got that a while back and never had to use it, but that's what I've been doing to kind of trim it, kind of keep it trimmed. But on a good note, everything here is good. Praying that stuff straightens up with this pandemic, because we have vacation scheduled for the first week of June, and I'm not even sure we're going to get to go there. So we're going to have to hope and pray that we do, but I don't know. You know, with this thing, who knows what's happened. So we'll just have to wait and see. So anyway, I hope you all have a beautiful Saturday. Ours here is gorgeous. We have a very beautiful Saturday for today, and I done been out there this morning, laid out in the sun, and used my coconut oil because I use no other kind of stuff, because I don't trust the carcinogenics that's in any of this stuff you put on your body. The coconut oil has a pH factor for the sun rays, or UV ray factor, so it's all natural and it doesn't hurt me, so that's all I use. I do not use anything but that, and I have no problems. So in saying that, I hope you all just have a great day, and may God be with you and protect you, and God bless you all. Love you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.